Hello, welcome to this true crime YouTube channel called A Life Without Parole. Today we're going to be talking about Charles Vallow's call to the insurance company to change his beneficiary and all the hoops he had to go through in order to get that beneficiary changed because of all of his wife Lori's shenanigans. So let's get started. Let's see what we can do dissecting this. There's definitely been some injustices done to poor Charles as he tried to navigate how to deal with a wife who wanted him dead. He told so many people, and it just seemed to go on deaf ears, whether it was police, family, friends. There weren't many people who were believing him. And it's a tragedy that he had to die. But let's just talk about his insurance policy today. I have the actual audio that took place when he was trying to get the beneficiary changed. He was suspicious because Lori came right out and told him that she planned to murder him. So he wanted to get his life insurance policy changed. But as you'll see in this video, that wasn't as easy as you might think because Lori had done her two bits. Let's listen together and we'll dissect it.
Thank you for calling Legal in General. My name is Kevin. May I have your policy number?
Kevin, my name is Charles Vallow. I'm the insured. I'm the agent. I don't have it. I'll give you my social. Can you please give me the policy numbers? I'm doing a beneficiary change.
Okay, what's your social, please? Okay, verify your date of birth. Address, your old address. Okay, wait a second. You said, what's the house number again?
3688.
No, that's not what I have as a previous address.
Okay, the J place?
No.
I don't know what you
have. Yeah, I have to authenticate the call.
We're in Hawaii. We were in Hawaii. Was this one in Hawaii?
Okay, this is in Texas, so all I can tell you.
78746.
Okay. Now, what is your password? Because I have a password.
I don't have a password.
Okay. It's telling me that I need to authenticate a password, sir.
I don't have a password. I'm just changing my beneficiary.
Okay. Hold on a second, please. It says that somebody, you put in a password here, sir. So I can't proceed without the password being confirmed.
I have no idea.
No. No.
I don't know what I don't ever remember setting up a password, ever.
Okay.
And I'm the agent and the insured.
Okay. Yeah, I would still need to verify that password no matter who you are because we have to go ahead and...
I don't have a password. Okay. How do I get a new password when I never set up one? Can you please tell me that? I know you're doing your job. This is just frustrating for me. I need to change the beneficiary. How do I do it when I don't have a password? I've never set up one. I don't know how else to do one. What do I do? All I need is my policy number.
Okay. I can't send you anything until I actually get that verified. So
you can. So I can't do anything with my policy. I could die today. You would give anybody the money because I don't have a password.
Well, no, that's not.
Tell me what to do to get this done.
Okay. Hold on 1 second for me, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks.
What would you do if you've been through all these things? Now, I did a video previously that described all the things that Charles tried to do to get Lori deemed incompetent, to get the children taken away, to get something done. So if you want to click on this video right here, you can see all of the side-by-side information that he tried to do to protect himself and protect his family. All went without any kind of charges going against Lori at the time. Well, maybe her time has arrived because Arizona is going to press charges against her for the murder of Charles Vallow. So let's dissect this more. Right off the bat, the password that obviously someone called in to get put onto his account, so Charles can't change his beneficiary. I am curious, who made that change? Did Lori call it in? And if so, how does she verify when she is obviously not Charles? Did Chad call it in and pretend to be Charles? I'm curious. I'm hoping that Arizona will leak that video soon. Not leak. I'm hoping that Arizona will let that video come out as well to show who was it that changed that password so that Charles couldn't change the beneficiary. It'll be interesting to see. I'm sure that will come out in the trial, if not sooner. Some things Arizona has released, and maybe they'll release more. When it is released, I will definitely do a video. So don't forget to like and subscribe so that you won't miss anything as they come out. All right, let's go back to this call of Charles talking to the insurance company.
All right, thanks a lot for holding. I do appreciate your time. So this is the best I can do, and I'm sorry because a lot of people are in a meeting. I was trying to get you to somebody. So I'm going to mail a beneficiary form out, okay? And then you'll get that. Is there anything else?
Which address are you mailing it to?
Well, we can't change anything right now because you know.
You have 3300 BK Road, Suite 650.
That's the address that we authenticated you partially with, right?
Okay. And when did I set up a password?
Well, that was recent. It looks like on my note here.
I mean, how recent?
It looks like
6 months, 2 years?
2/20. No, February 20th.
Okay,
this year.
Somebody else has called on my account. That's fraud.
I don't know, sir. I mean, that's the thing is that I don't know.
I do know. I haven't called in on this policy in a long time.
Okay, right off the bat. Wait, what? You're asking me to mail a form to you about the change of the beneficiary, and yet you won't let me change the address that you send me that form. He's in a catch-22. He keeps on being put in this impossible scenario. And once again, here he is in this impossible scenario. He can't prove who he is because they have to mail it to the address that's on the account. And the address on the account is Lori's address, not his address. Because remember, they're separated at this time. And do you really think that she's going to give freely that to Charles? Of course not. No, that's why she's got to hurry and, do her thing, her and Alex, before he changes the beneficiary, or at least when she thinks it's before. So there's the first thing. Okay, and the second thing, he can't change the address because he doesn't have the password. He can't change the password because he doesn't have the address. It's a catch-22. So basically, his whole account has to go into review. If he would have been murdered while the account was in review, he could have done nothing about it. Over and over again, Charles is saying, I did not set up this password. If the password was set up on the 20th of February, that was only a little while before he made this call. He knows he didn't set that password up. So he's right there saying it's fraud. It seems to me like insurance companies, banks, whatever, should have some sort of look into fraudulent action immediately. Okay, let's go back to the call.
Yeah, if you have concerns about that, then you need to supply some form of proof or something. But yeah, that's I'll be able to do that. But you can request that request in writing.
My wife left me 30 days ago. She's taken a ton of my money.
Once again, Charles, there's nothing the insurance company can do about this, but he brings up the fact that Lori has stolen all this money from him. So this is not the same day that he went to the police and said, she stole this money from me. He obviously didn't get the money back.
I don't know what she's doing on this account, but it's fraud. I'm the guy. I'm Charles Vallow. I'm the insured and the owner of the policy. Correct? and I need to know what to do right now today to change my beneficiary to my sister.
So what you need to do, sir, is the following, okay? What I would recommend that you do is you send something in writing.
And it's ironic that they say, we're going to mail you something out and you can send it back. Really? To the fraudulent person, you're going to mail it. I mean, this is all just crazy. Okay, so how does a person who has fraudulent action taken against them for their insurance policy, how do they prove who they are? I mean, this is a crazy scenario, right? Why wasn't she in jail? Why? This is crazy to me. Why? Well, she wasn't.
What I would recommend that you do is you send something in writing, letting us know in writing, and I'll give you a fax number or an email address, etc. You need to send something in writing and be as blatant as possible with your concerns, okay? I would be personal in saying that you feel like somebody is trying to take away your information and etc. And that you talk to me, my name's Kevin, and that I could not authenticate you or change your address because the password could not be changed. Now then what they'll do is they'll go back to the calls, okay, that were made recently. They'll go back to the calls that were made recently, and then they'll do an investigation on the trend to see if something like that was to happen.
Okay, once again, they say, send it in writing. Finally, they give him the option of faxing or emailing, so he doesn't have to wait for the forms to come, wait for the forms to go back. I mean, this is just crazy. But he finally has a way. I think it's interesting when they're talking about that February 20th date when the password was put on and all of that. Who made that call to set that up? Was that Lori? Because if it was Lori, why would the insurance company be willing to do that with someone who isn't the insured, right? Like it's for Charles Vallow, so why would his wife be able to say, I'm going to change the beneficiary to me? I don't think that's possible. So in that case, it must have been someone pretending to be Charles. So can't help but wonder if it was her buddy Chad Daybell, who she eventually married, her fifth husband. He definitely made the call to the mortuary, which we have that recording, to claim, when he was trying to get Charles cremated, and he acted like he was, oh, yeah, that's Chad for you. He was involved in this all along the way. But so was he the one? And I wonder, I think that's a good possibility, and I'm sure it will come out in the trial. I haven't seen anything on it yet, but I'm sure it'll come out in the trial.
Changed. Now then what they'll do is they'll go back to the calls, okay, that were made recently. They'll go back to the calls that were made recently, and then they'll do an investigation on the trend to see if something like that was to happen. And
will they let you know?
Yeah, they'll let you know. You got to put your contact. You got to put your contact information in, etc.
I'll put my new address. I'll put my new phone number.
Yeah.
And
email address.
Have not added the password.
Email address.
Have not added a password or anything to my account. Somebody else has been messing with my account. Please discontinue any use and speak only with Charles Vallow or KF Kathleen Ethel Woodcock, the owner and beneficiary.
Yeah, and then,
like that?
Yeah, right. And then you want to mention my name, that you spoke to Kevin and he could not authenticate me.
What's your last name, Kevin?
Della Rosa, Delarosa.
Could not authenticate password.
I'm sorry?
Okay, I put on there that Kevin
Della
Rosa could not authenticate password.
Yeah, password that was listed on the account. And you're requesting to have an investigation done because you feel like somebody is trying, you have to be personal. You have to say, I think you just used the word your ex-wife or your wife is trying to take away, and you say a brief synopsis that, she's taking your money.
I need to have an investigation done.
Yeah, because you fear your wife is trying to.
The password was authorized in this account, and I did not do it.
Yeah, but don't just leave it like that because, you just told me that it was your wife. If you feel like that's something personal, then you need to say that so that we can go ahead and put this under investigation and review. People will go back and call and review calls that were made before to see what happened. But we'll just leave it like that in the air because...
and I'm going to email it. I'm going to fax it today, or can I email it?
Yeah, I can give you an email or a fax.
Give me an email. I'll do this right now.
Yep, customer service at bannerlife.com. That's customer service at bannerlife.com.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for calling Legal in General, and enjoy your day, sir. I'm sorry about that.
I think it's great that Charles did request an investigation into the fraudulent action, and then it takes some time. We're not exactly sure how much time goes by, but it took some time. But finally, he gets some movement going from the insurance company. Okay, now let's listen to the second call.
Thank you for calling Legal in General. My name is Pam. Can I have your policy number?
Pam, I'm the agent and the owner of the policy insured. Name is Charles Vallow. V is in Victor. ALLOW. Social. Tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready. Okay, so you're calling. Whose social is that?
It's mine, the owner, and the agent.
Okay. Charles. Can I have your mailing address, please? You changed it with a customer service representative?
Yes, ma'am. This morning, about more than an hour ago.
Okay. Now, did you change it as an agent or as a policy owner? I'm not seeing.
Both.
Do you know who you spoke to?
I didn't write it down, ma'am. I realized I had to. Usually when I call, you guys take care of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to see if that was passed. Let me just see. One moment.
Well, here's my question. We'll go back to that, the address.
Okay.
I got on my banking statement, it says stop payment reviewed, item paid, Banner Life, 50750. Why would a stop payment be put on that? Who did that?
Okay. No, stop payment on.
The premium payment, the automatic, the EFT.
It's set to draft. It just drafted on February 15th. It's going to draft again on March 15th.
But why does it say on the banking statement, stop payment reviewed?
I don't have an answer for you on that. Yeah, I don't have an answer for you because that one, there's nothing noted here to stop payment. It's very everything.
We're in good shape. We're good. I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
All right, sir, but your address, do you want me to
Okay.
Because what we have here, let's see, the Bees
My
Cove
business
Road.
address is my business address is okay. My home address, I have two homes. My home address is in Gilbert, Arizona.
Okay, so all correspondence are going to go to the 3300 B Cove Road. If I change it, all yours as an agent will go to that address too. I think
Fine. I still get mail to both places.
Okay, all right, you're all good then.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Right.
I've got. Is there any kind of identity lock or something I can put on my anybody that calls in on my policy so I can? I'm changing the insured to my sister for my special needs son as administrator. Can I put a lock or something, a code they have to give if anybody calls to ask about my policy? Is that possible? Will you guys do that?
Right, so I can put a special password, so you have to remember that because every time you call, you have to repeat that. All right? All right. Let me have your,
Could it be a 4-digit number or 5
Absolutely.
digits? You give no information to anyone that doesn't have that password.
Absolutely. That's what that's there for. So every time you call,
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, you have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you for your help. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Now we'll do the final third call. And it's interesting that even by the third call, there's still, and supposedly things have been taken care of and the right address is put in. And now we know it's Charles and there was this fraudulent whatever. And yet by the third call, they're still saying, wait, what address? I just cannot get this straight. Was Lori just rechanging it all the time in between? Or were they that just missing it? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
Thank you for calling Legal and General America. This is Lakshmi speaking. May I have your policy number, please?
I don't have a policy number. I'm the policy owner. I'm the agent and policy owner.
Okay.
I give my socials for.
I'm speaking to Mr. Charles Vallow.
That's just me. Just can you email me a beneficiary change form, please? And tell me who the beneficiaries are on the policy now.
Okay, let me pull the policy first. Hold on for a few seconds. So the primary beneficiary, can I also verify your address?
Pardon me?
Can I verify your address? What was your previous address?
Place, Queen Creek, Arizona, 85142.
We have your Austin address still.
Austin, Texas, 78746. Can you change it to the Arizona address, please?
Okay. But since you are also an agent, you need to send that information to our licensing department, and you can email it to them or fax it to them. I can give you their information.
That's fine. Can you just email me a beneficiary change form is all I need on my policy.
Can I get your
And
email
policy
address?
number charles.vallow, first name dot last name @gmail.com.
Okay. Okay. I just emailed you the form. You should be receiving that in a few seconds.
Sure. Thank you very much. Can you notify? Appreciate it. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, now that we've heard the third call, we know this. Charles put on there that no one can talk about his policy except himself and the person who's the beneficiary, which is Kay Woodcock. So no one else is supposed to be able to talk about this policy. And yet, even still, Lori calls in because she thinks she's the policy holder, to claim the money, and they start giving her information over the phone. They said they got to go into review to find out, and then ultimately they figure out, oh yeah, she's not the one, it's Kay. But right on his account, it's supposed to be flagging, saying no one gets any information about this unless it's Charles Vallow or Kay Woodcock. And I suppose they didn't give, like full-on information, but they still were talking about it with her. When they wouldn't talk to Charles, they would just be like, can't do anything, even though I don't know, the whole thing, it just doesn't make sense. And I feel so bad for him, and I hope justice is served. So I will see you again soon. See ya.